1.
Is that 2?
That should be you.
I think so.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the live stream of the Plainfield Curling Club 2024 Stone B and C event finals. You can hear our voice on both of these streams. My name is John Gephardt. Her name is Kate Trella. We are going to be blathering over these wonderful streams. I'm going to turn the ice mic down because when I checked at home, the ice mics were way higher than the commentary mics.
Oh, yeah.
So that should probably be better. If it's not, someone will tell us on YouTube, perhaps.
I'm sure.
Kate, who is out there playing right now?
All right, so we have, I think, almost all away teams except one.
Okay.
So we have Mellerup on sheet 1. I don't know if it's sheet 1 or sheet A. The rocks say A, and the sheet says 1. So I guess
we do have new rocks. They did arrive with the A and B monikers.
Yes.
I don't know if we're sticking with that or not.
I don't know. So sheet 1 or A, whichever you'd like to look at. I think the draw actually has A and B as well.
It does.
And then I believe the other team on sheet 1, I can't see their name.
That would be Bykowski.
I feel bad. I wanted to say it, but I didn't want to be wrong.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
So Bykowski, they're both playing for the second event final. And then on sheet 2, we have Team Purcell and a home team, Grzybowski, for the third event, C event final. The ice mics are very
I think
loud.
on sheet 1, they are, right?
I can hear it. Way more than I can hear
you. I'll take
you.
us down a little. Okay, that does add up then. We'll just tweak these a bit. Thank you. Let's see if that becomes any better. I did update the audio a couple weeks ago. I'm trying to get some of the crowd noise out of this thing.
Oh.
Or out of the HVAC noise. So spent several hours on that. Don't know if I really made much of a difference. We'll call it a 20% improvement.
20% is better than 0.
Yeah.
So John, how has the ice been this weekend? I have not played because men's tournament.
Yeah. I mean, hats off to our ice crew. I've been saying this all weekend. I've been saying this all year. Our ice is great. Our ice has been great for like 3 or 4 years, I would say.
I think so.
It's so nice to sometimes play in an away tournament. And you come home and you're like, well, their ice had these runs and troughs and ridges and this and that. And other excuses for your loss.
Right. Never yourself.
Yeah. But you come home and you play your first league game on Plainfield ice, and it's like, wow, the ice is terrific.
It is. It really is.
Like right now, I'm not aware of any troughs, runs, flat spots. I mean, you got your standard. It's March. There's rocks near walls that may or may not come back, but I think that's most curling clubs. But yeah, aside from that, there's nothing unplayable. There's no hidden areas. Ice been great. Really happy, and thanks to our many volunteer ice crew people out there.
And with the new rocks, I feel like it has a significant amount of curl as well.
Yeah. Kate, how about you? I've been excited for these new rocks for several years since the idea was first floated. They probably have, at this point, probably like 25 games on them. Yeah. Total guess, maybe 30.
Not a lot.
And they're starting to wear down, or at least normalizing, I would say, which is nice.
It was funny. So the Thursday matinee league that we have here, we were the first league night to use the new rocks. They put them on the ice on like Wednesday night.
Yep.
So we got out on the ice, and I go to clean the rock, and I'm like, oh my god, it's so smooth.
Oh,
it feels like butter.
Yeah. It was so cool
was so
watching the striking bands because they're so small.
Yes.
I went out and got some photos because I was like, I don't know if I'm ever going to see an incomplete striking band again in my life.
Yeah.
So I grabbed some photos. I got a couple canvas prints at home.
Very
a couple
cool.
little Walmart or Costco or something. Like 11 by 14s. I haven't made one in a couple of years, but they're all curling themes. I got one on pond ice. I got one on like this rainy hotel black and white photo that I got of it. But I think maybe some photos of these new
rocks.
Striking.
Definitely.
Yeah. Well, they still miss some spots on their striking band.
Yeah,
I think they all have striking bands now, though.
They also are really like. I considered it as like a hamburger. Like they just seemed they seemed plumper than our old rocks.
That is a keen observation. Yeah, our previous rocks were from Canada Curling, and these are from K's of Scotland. Oh. And that is what the difference is known for. So keen of you to make that.
I did. I was like, I don't know if our rocks are just that old that they've worn down that much, or if it's just completely different.
One of them squat.
How many times have we sanded these bottoms? Huh?
That's true, yeah.
Right?
Taking 2 inches off. I think it's pretty fun with curling stones. You end up you texture them, but you essentially sand them. It's like an 800 grit or 1,000 grit, and they have a little wooden jig that they built. And literally, maybe once a year, possibly twice, tops, they put a rock in a jig, they flip it over, they run it once up, once back on the sandpaper. They turn it a certain number of degrees, once, twice. Once more, they turn it once, twice. That's good. That's good for like a year.
That's it.
That's amazing.
Right now, it looks like sheet 1. I believe Team Bykowski has yellow. Yes, they are sitting 3 with a draw, looks like, into the house. So maybe 4.
Might have meant to be a guard, but, first end, you don't want to be too light, especially when you got a bunch in the house here. It's okay if you're a little heavy.
We all are also rock boxing this weekend.
Yes.
Which, to everyone who plays at Plainfield, I know some league nights do rock box and some don't.
Yep.
So I know some people may or may not be used to the quicker ice on the first end. I know I'm still trying to get used to it because on Thursday we rock box and then on Saturday night we don't rock box. So adjusting for the speed of the ice has been a trick this season that I'm trying to get down.
Speaking of first end ice too, I've come to a conclusion that this year especially that if we're going to first end, you don't really know what the speed is, especially if you're a front end player. You've only seen a couple of rocks. You probably haven't had the chance to really time anything reliably.
No.
If you ask me to throw a hit as a second or ice in the first end, let me just throw normal.
Right.
Because it's the worst thing in the world to be asked for board weight, because it's like, I don't know what board is in the first end. Everything's running 15 feet slow. I don't want to accidentally throw a hack.
Exactly.
So my new hot take is if you want to hit in the first end, ask for normal from me. I'll just be. I'd rather put all of my money on my line, versus this thing curling 2 feet and missing it on it.
Yeah, the curl has also, I've watched, change quite a bit during all of the games.
Yes.
This weekend, and I'm just like, wow, that was not curling 7 feet a minute ago, and all of a sudden, everything is narrow.
It's fun to have some swingy rocks.
Very fun.
So sheet 1. Bykowski is still sitting 3.
Looks like it from our camera view.
I think the shot call here is that Dave Throne? Yep. So I think he's probably going to put this as a top 12 biter to maybe close off the right side of the 4-foot.
That's what I would do.
And over on sheet 2, it looks like we are going to try to have Bill Grzybowski skip of the yellow side. He has hammer. He's going to try to raise
the yellow, right?
His yellow rock in here. I like this call because even if you clear it out, you can probably see half of that back red with an open lane.
But if the angle's good, it might look real good.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you make contact with that yellow rock in the top 4 on sheet 2, pretty much anywhere, and you're going to find yourself a red. And you're probably going to sit shot as long as you can put some kind of weight on it. So let's see what weight Bill likes here on sheet 2.
Bill definitely can.
And again, it's first end, right? So your tendency might be like, let's just throw back 8 here. But what is back 8? So I think you want to throw up. And you want to clear this guard, right? As your plan B. Let's see what they do here.
A little wide, I think.
Can they get a piece of the guard and move it? That's fine. That's acceptable.
Yeah.
If I'm red, I think I'm going to close that back up.
Who knows? That could have also been the call to clear the guard, and we're just like, oh yeah, he's going to raise that yellow into the other yellow and sit one, and we're trying to make it harder than it actually is.
Kate, I was trying to be super subtle. I overheard one of the sweepers say that it was a touch wide. I'm like, oh, okay.
All right.
Must not be a guard clear then.
Never mind. It was funny. Yesterday we were, I think I was watching Scott's game, and it was me and Bev and someone else, and we were all sitting at the big tall chairs on sheet 1, and we were watching the game, and we're like, I don't know, I think for this, I think you need a little more ice. And like, yeah, that's not enough ice. And we all called, like, you needed like an inch more.
Yeah.
Sure enough, crash on the guard. And I was like, that's one for the warm room skips over here.
Oh, we're always right over here.
We're always
90% accuracy rate. So we are getting the guard call on sheet 2. At least that's the ice that I see. I wonder if it's a touch heavy. As long as you don't bump yellow in. the only miss you don't want. Hold it out there is the call on sheet 2. So this must be cutting.
Also, I was unaware that
Great
Team
shot.
Purcell was a 3-person team.
Have they been 3 all weekend?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
But I was out there carrying the shots for everyone, and I was like, I'm counting. We're missing someone. I was like, there's not enough people here.
Wow. We'd hate to see a shot shrimp buoy go to waste.
Oh,
Kate.
right? Oh, it didn't. Don't worry, John. It did not.
No, I had 0 concerns. So a great guard was set on sheet 2. Over on sheet 1, we're going to take that red out for
Oof.
an extra. Not quite. I think that's only 1 yellow. Mellerup dodges a bullet in the first end there. I think that could have been 4.
Depending on, No one seemed to look at the rocks twice. No one seemed to gesture toward the measure. So I'm assuming they had a clear indication that it was only 1. But could have been worse if they got that rock. It could have been 2 or 3, I think.
So what is the call here with hammer on sheet 2 as I eat a breadstick? I think we're going red.
They're discussing something. I think it's red into yellow
rays.
into yellow.
I agree. Right up that center line. That's a decent call. I mean, at least you're sending your own rock in there.
Yeah.
You're not going to give up an extra if you miss or if you jam yourself out.
I mean, would the yellow rays to the right be easier, harder? Like, that's the one I see.
Yeah, I kind of like that too. Yeah, I think I'm...
Like, hitting 2 rocks is easier than hitting 3 rocks.
Yes.
But,
Well, we will see no change on sheet 2. That is going to be a red steel of 2 on sheet 2 to open us up here. So, for our 3-person Purcell team, I think I got the name correct.
Yes.
Can't see behind me. Some opening rocks underway as we cut over to the action on sheet 1. First rock goes in the house. Not sure if that was the call, but again, it's early ice, so you don't want to hug your guard. Sometimes it's going to drift in. Red's going to go ahead and address it. I'm a big fan of that. I don't know how you feel about that, Kate, but when it's my hammer and my opponent throws to basically top anywhere 4 foot, 8 foot, I like to hit it. I am not a fan, especially early game. The first 2 ends, I don't like.
I think it depends on my team that I'm playing with, and their abilities. If I know we're all pretty good at like control normal, I have no problem with a takeout game.
Sure.
But there are certain people that I play with that I'm like, maybe we should just avoid that.
That's true. I mean,
just play our own game.
As long as I have a 50% chance of the hit, I think I'd call the hit. I'm with you though. Yeah. If it's low percent, not worth it.
Yeah.
But again, I hate it in the first and second end of it's my hammer. They're sitting a great shot with opening rock, sometimes by accident. Like, let's not try to be cute. Let's not try a freeze here and end up guarding it. Then we're going to spend the next 5 rocks hoping to clear our hammer space.
That is also true.
Rocks underway on both sheets here. We're going to see a hit on sheet 2 from our head iceman, Kevin Polly. I like that both these teams are addressing that rock, just as we were talking about. Oh, they're holding off of this. That's a great call.
Yeah, sweep it to the outside.
Gutsy skip call. I really like that from Grzybowski. That was a kind of a low weight hit. I think that would have stressed me out a touch as a sweeper, but perfectly called. I love the rollout to the wing. I also like the wing game a lot, Kate. I think it's underrated. I am profusely not a fan of corner guards. I think they look awesome on TV, and I don't think that in club play, even at higher level club play, that they A, get set very well, and B, get used at all.
I think that's part of the problem is, you know, you throw the corner guard, and a lot of people who try to throw the corner guard wind up never using it, and it's like, well, you kind of just wasted a rock.
Well, yeah, or even worse, if your person throwing the corner guard is narrow or light.
Right.
You've just added a guard to the pile right out of the gate. And if I'm the steel team and you're going to throw corner guards, please keep doing that against me.
Right.
Because the odds are pretty much in my favor that I'm going to get a free 4 foot, maybe we'll call it the 5 foot. Yeah. But I'm going to get a bonus rock. You're going to misthrow one of those.
Right.
Or I'm just going to use your corner guard against you.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, for my money, let's put it out on the wings. Even if you just want to put it out like wide 12-foot biter, if my opponent wants to take the game to the side of the sheet, we can make 11 nose hits. I don't care. I'm still going to have an open 8-foot lane for my hammer.
Right.
Someone's going to miss eventually. But I like the cleaner, safer game.
Looks like sheet 1 is still trying to keep it clean.
This is a nice shot. No roll. Nose hit's great, though.
I always say, it's great if you get the roll. The roll is a bonus.
Yes.
Let's get the rock out first. Roll over would be great. I believe their other red is also sitting as second shot on the top of the house. I believe that's a biter. So.
Yes. Kate, I was not even looking at sheet 2 when I was talking anti-corner guards. But on sheet 2, yellow has hammer. Yellow has the corner guard. Red is sitting behind it. Maybe that'll change.
We weren't even looking.
Yeah. I'm going to go quiet as I eat a chicken wing.
You go quiet. I don't think anybody wants to hear the squishiness of biting into a chicken wing.
Someone does, Kate.
Someone.
We won't give that to them, that one person, but someone does.
I hope the chicken wings are even good. We had so many leftovers from appetizer night. I think we could feed people for 2 days. Like easily feed all, 60 people that are here for 2 days. Easily. So much leftover food at the Stone. And it's all so good. I love that the appetizer night is not just I'm going to run to the store, I'm going to buy a quick box of like bagel bites. It is like people making their like cherished appetizers and like coming through with really, really good food. It's the only reason, it's not the only reason, but it's the main reason why I volunteer at the Stone. Because I'm like, if I'm sitting in the kitchen sweating my ass off putting out appetizers, I'm going to eat all the appetizers and it's going to be delicious. So we have a very nice setup of some leftovers for lunch. Seems like sheet 1 still in that takeout game, though yellow is probably going to roll into the boards. No. Oh, stuck around. I'm not sure if that yellow is counting. It's off your stream a little bit on the side. It's hard to see. Oh, yeah? Okay. John says, according to where the cameras are set, if you can't see the rock is out. So. Oh, okay. He also heard the skip say, that's out. So, it's pretty into the listening on the ice. I'm just sitting here talking. Sheet 2 looking like maybe a draw. Looks a little heavy. I believe the call was to sit on that red, not 100% sure. I wasn't watching exactly, but. Quite a spread of teams this weekend also. I feel as though the A event, we're used to seeing the same people. Fairly competitive bunch of men that play together all the time. They're always in the A event. And the way that the draw worked out this year, everyone's just kind of spread out. And it's really nice to see all of the brackets be very competitive this year.
I'm particularly excited about that, Kate, because this is my first A event final in the P.C.C. Stone.
Yeah.
So, pretty psyched for that.
Yeah. It's really good group of people, really good group of teams this weekend, too.
Yeah. And great volunteers, great food.
Love the Stone.
Also, the steak night, which
my God.
which I helped head up for many years.
The bane of my existence.
It had classic
Terrible
P.C.C.
weather.
Stone steak night weather, where it was like, okay, it's going to be like, a little bit of rain, maybe like 45 degrees.
Okay.
The wind is only going to be 11 miles an hour. That was the forecast at like, I don't know, late morning.
Only 11.
Yeah. And then I remember rolling up, and it's like,
It was
oh
not
no,
11
it's
miles per hour.
Yeah, it's like nearly freezing.
It was like 30.
Yeah, 30 mile an hour winds.
The
Pouring
tents
on you guys.
I was like, oh my god, the tents are gonna blow away.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. 2 years ago we had the blizzard. Last year we like lucked out with this weather, and I think that was giving Ed a sense of false hope that every steak night was going to be beautiful and sunny, and I think it was like 50 degrees, and it was so nice last year, and I was like, that's rare. I'm like, this is what you get, Ed. It's downpouring, or ice is flying off a tent, and it's great. Can't feel my toes. But looks like Team Purcell on sheet 2 is going for a guard to block that draw path. I don't know. I think it still might be there. That port's pretty big, or you could tap up the yellow, which I think is what Bill's looking at now. Again, I think the shots that you throw are dependent on your team.
Oh, absolutely.
I think that makes a big difference, who can throw what takeout weight, who's better at draws.
Well, I agree with that wholeheartedly, especially because that's why you see so many corner guards in club. Those people don't play to their team.
Well, there you go. Oh, this looks like it could be good. Little angle raise and look at that beautiful shot. Oh, too much. Nope, we're good. I believe yellow shot.
Nice rock.
Very nice. Nice shot. Meanwhile, sheet 1, I believe Mel Rupp is red. Sitting 2. I like listening to them on the ice.
It's nice, isn't it?
Yes.
It's just the right amount, too. So
Yeah.
when we were installing the microphones, there was discussion of, do we want a mic over each one of the...
houses.
over the hacks.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, you don't necessarily want to hear that kind of conversation. Because I think everybody's got a little something when their opponent's throwing. You're like, well, if they miss this, we might try to do this. So we've got our mics mounted at the mid-sheet. And you hear just enough rock contact, just enough sweeper conversation. It's pretty bad to listen to quiet streams. I can barely do it.
I don't like it.
Yeah. Give me any noise at all.
When I'm watching any away streams, I'm like, no microphones, not even on the ice. Like,
just so tough.
Commentators, okay, I can go with or without,
Yes.
but
but silence.
Curling is boring to watch
tough.
in silence.
Yeah. Doesn't play well.
No. I think it also could be because we play the game and we like to hear about all the shots and discussing, line and...
I want to hear those rocks click around.
Yeah. Just like that.
Kate, this is the longest Instagram post. I'm trying to crop this out so it doesn't have the notify me icon on it.
Oh my
gosh,
goodness.
I'm going to get there eventually. But
so specific.
Thank you for taking over all of the commentary. Just like stare down at this
You are
phone.
welcome. It is no problem at all. Bykowski, I believe, throwing his last rock of the end to try and get rid of some of those reds. Yes. And I believe it's good.
That's gonna flash.
Oh, no. Oh, I thought it was good.
Oh, my. This is a chance for 4. I mean, it's 3, but that's a chance for 4.
Good amount of 4. And the drawback of the takeout game is Exhibit A on sheet 1. When somebody misses, I don't know if anybody missed, but when somebody misses, it's usually not great. Oh, I'm so tired.
Well, I want to give Byko a ton of credit. Last night's game between Byko and Brad Rice was so fun.
Yeah.
I stuck around. I was like, you know what? I'm going to head home. and I ended up watching like an end and a half. I was like, well, I'll just stay here and I'll close the streams off. And I jumped on the mic, and it was just such a shot-making clinic. Everybody making every bump, everyone making every hit, every double. Every shot was worthy of a 1 minute discussion.
That's great.
It was great curling. So if you want to see a really good finish, the Saturday night stream, sheet 2, the last
the 10 o'clock, right?
Yeah, the last like half hour of it was really good.
Yeah. Really good shot made by Bill Grabowski on sheet 2 to get out those 2 reds. Now he is sitting 3. Quite a turn of events on sheet 2. And he does have hammer, so depending on what happens with this last red rock is what we could see here. And I believe Mellerup did score 4 on sheet 1. Already seeing some ice changes and take out and a roll over to the left side of the house for Purcell. And I believe Bill is just going to go with a nice, easy control weight takeout.
Easy is so much easier for us to say back here.
For 3. Well, yeah.
So did they end up with 4 on sheet 1?
I believe so, yes.
It's tough to miss an open house, but also it was only the second end, so, you know, they're still figuring out the weights, but...
It's tough to miss an open house, however, I have done it.
Oh, yeah.
Quite a few
it's worse
times.
when you overthrow it. You don't give your sweepers any chance.
Yeah.
Like,
No, it's usually an underthrow. Oh boy. Bill missed the takeout for 3, so he scores 1. So still with hammer, getting the scores good, even though it's 1. I think.
What do you think? You think this other final's going to start at 2:30? Probably not, right?
Probably not. So it's 1 o'clock now. They're only in the third end.
Yeah, that's pretty unlikely.
That's probably not going to happen there, John. The 10 o'clock draw on sheet 1 went into an extra end, which pushed us a little bit behind schedule. And you have to add in time for the Piper, so I'm going to say should start at 2:30. Will probably likely be more around 3.
Yeah, I think. Okay. I like that.
Maybe not exactly 3. Maybe if you want to listen to the Piper, 2:45.
That's true. Yeah.
I like listening to the Piper.
I do too.
It's like my favorite part.
We do have a great live Piper.
Oh, so good. So bummed. The curls this next weekend.
Yes.
And it's St. Patty's Day weekend.
That's our annual women's tournament.
And St. Patrick's Day is on Sunday.
Yes.
So the chances of finding a Piper
anywhere
is 0.
Anywhere in the country, let alone the tri-state area especially.
We're going to have to use a video.
I mean, do we have some kind of musician at the club that can do their best?
We've discussed that.
Maybe a guitarist or something? I don't know.
I don't know. I think just for the sake of making it easier, we're going to go with a YouTube video over a little speaker.
I guess you could just play one of the streams from this weekend.
Right, I guess, yeah, you definitely could. And then just pause it really quickly before anybody starts to talk. Be fine. Well into end number 3 on sheet 1. Yellow is sitting 1, I believe. They're going to try and run this red back and or clear the guard. Again, we could be making these shots fancier than they are.
Yeah.
It could just be a clear of the guard. I feel like if they run this back correctly... No, it was a clear of the guard. Well, if they run this back correctly, there could be a very good chance of a double to sit on the button, but, you know, running it back 12 feet. Not the greatest. So extra. goodness. I don't know about anybody else, but this time change is
Oh yeah.
really throwing me off.
I mean, I stayed here to finish the. Yeah, but you were up earlier than me today. I had the option to get enough sleep, but didn't sleep much at all.
Yeah.
It's the usual mix of a finals level of sleep.
I mean, the whole weekend.
Yeah, I mean,
being here.
You and Scott have done so much running
everything.
This thing. I know it's always such a good event.
And thank you.
It's so much prep. No one really understands how much prep goes into these.
It's been like a month. At least month and a half of discussions and ordering things.
It's got to be a combined 100 hours at minimum, right?
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
Just for prep, let alone once it actually gets started.
Yeah, there's been a lot of hours here, and thank God for our closers on Thursday and Saturday night.
She
got
won.
to sleep.
Oh, it was practically a triple. Great shot.
Close.
Really nice. I mean, you're not mad at that if you're Red. Good shot.
Yeah. Trying to get as much sleep as possible. And then full week of teaching. And then the girls this upcoming weekend. So, March is...
Heck yeah.
March can be tiring. I absolutely love Iceman Kevin Polly's pants on sheet 2.
Oh, he's got quite a few pairs of great pants.
Yeah. Him and Wiedemann yesterday were wearing fabulous pants during their game. Lots of sweeping going on. Looks like a...
All right, Kate, 10 minutes later, I've got my post
10 minutes later, everybody go on to...
I'm exhausted. But not as exhausted as you, to be very fair.
And like it, because, took them forever. I'm sure they're tired of listening to my voice at this point. Yeah, so it says 1 o'clock, but it really feels like 8. I know we didn't skip that many hours, but...
It's too funny. I just loaded this and I was like, oh, did I spell that wrong? And I realized Mark Ryman has posted pretty much the same post that I did. It's slightly different
Did he spell
spelling.
it wrong?
No, it was fine. It was just a different leading word. And I was like, how did I botch that? Oh, wait, no.
That's not yours.
We had the exact same thought. There we go. All right, I remembered to tag NJ Curling this time, as we all should.
As we should.
I love the social media. It's been a real boost in the last couple of years. I think is that mostly Nicole? Are there other people that also chip in? I know it's Nicole, but I know there's maybe others. They do a great job, though. I love that. It seems like a lot of the Northeast clubs have really jumped on their social media game in general. But one thing I really like is they're doing like mid-weekend and then like Sunday night recaps of their various club teams that are traveling to different events.
Yeah,
I think it's a great way to see your buddy on their next league game the following week and be like, hey, I saw that you made the B event finals. That's so great.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I love the cheering.
I love that. All in the spirit of curling.
Yeah. Danny Snetsky on sheet 1. His rock is away. I bet that they're going to try to clear this yellow out. They might also be trying to control the top house. Looks like a hit. They're on it to curl.
His delivery is impressive.
Yeah.
I don't know how he does it. I don't know how I could ever do it.
It's funny how many different ways you can deliver a rock. I mean, there's got to be 20. I bet we can find some examples. Yeah. But people find their niche, and there's no way they could teach their style to somebody else for sure.
The picking up of the rock and swinging is unbelievable.
The old lift delivery.
Yes.
Danny's been curling since he was young, I know. I usually face Danny a couple times a year. Buddies.
I don't. We played him in the Thrifty. Mm-hmm. We played Dutt, I believe, in the A event final of the Thrifty, and Danny was on Dutt's team.
Awesome.
And we sat there and clearly lost. However, we sat there at the end of the game, and I just was like, I need to know, out of the four of you, how many years have you been curling?
Yeah.
And I think it added up to well over 120 years between the four people.
And
I'm like, three of you have been curling longer than I've been alive. And I'm like, I went into this game thinking, there's no shot. We're probably going to take this. However, we scored 3 points in an end, and
Nice.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
We made them a little nervous during another end.
That's
I'm
what
like,
matters.
I'm taking that home. Like, you guys are so good. It's crazy.
So I think we're going to see them on sheet 1. They're going to throw a little chip here. Try to remove this yellow without touching their red. They do have a sizable lead, though, so even on sheet 1 here, if you end up running the yellow and its red backer off, you're okay with that. Dennis Meller up got his red 7 away on sheet 1. This looks really good. Great shot. Oh, not quite enough weight, but it did clear it off the backing. Let's see what yellow wants to do. I think Baiko, he doesn't have to attack this red. He might go, well, he doesn't. Kate, here, I just don't want to go top house. I know sometimes people will throw top house here, but it's hammer.
How many rocks are left?
3, and it's yellow hammer. So I really don't like something top house 4 foot.
I wouldn't go top house because then they have something to hide behind.
Yep. So I think he's going to maybe draw down onto this red rock.
General vicinity. It was really the mat, though, because I know you're busy. Thank you, though.
We just saw a raise hit attempt over on sheet 2. Kind of papered by its target. Red's probably going to just duck under here to top 12 to get underneath that yellow guard and kind of prevent the run back.
Good.
Oh, neat. Very nice. Kate's got a wonderful spiked cold brew. Oh, man, okay. There's some strength to that bad boy.
Salted caramel cold brew. I don't know. I picked these up. I hate to admit this. I picked these up a year ago.
Heck of a game, Matt. Congratulations to Matt Gallo for the 2nd year running, our Leeds competition champion. Matt was able to best 14 other competitors this year. Made all of his shots, hopped up, swept his own rocks, and yeah. He used all his good rocks yesterday.
All the good shots yesterday.
Yeah, I've got a bonus napkin for you.
Thank you.
If you would like it.
Making you miss.
So it looks like Baiko did draw a little deep, kind of half covering his own rock, but it gives red a chance on sheet 1 here to double these out and sit 2. I think if I'm red, I'm probably happy with that outcome so far.
I think so.
Over on sheet 1, they want to be around this guard. Oh, they're going to be on top of it.
Sheet 2.
Sheet 2, thank you.
Okay.
B,
1,
not
2.
the worst outcome, though. I mean, yellow has to choose. Do they want to run this back or do they want to draw something in?
I mean, this is hammer. No, it's not.
I believe the decision is going to be draw. They don't
I
want
would
to give
draw.
up too many
I do not have
multiples here.
hammer. If I was Bill, I would draw. If I was myself, I would draw.
On both sheets, we've got the steel team's final rock. Dennis's rock is away. Is this a double? It's a jam. Oh, tough jam onto their own red to push it back. So
Ouch.
on sheet 1, yellow is still going to have a chance for 2 here, but it's not going to be 3, which you're happy about if you're red.
Positive outcome.
Big draw attempt here on sheet 2 from Bill Grisbowski. Skip, who's going to be throwing that yellow 8. His opponent is sitting 2. Shot rock's pretty well buried. So Bill would love to bite the 4 foot here. He'd love to be center line. I mean, top button. I think he'd always like to be there, but this looks really good if they can get it
like
there. Never off, guys.
Yeah, all the way.
It's going to be short, but it's going to shrink the rings for Red's answer. So, still an effective stone. And Red's probably going to draw to, the open side here. They're going to say, well, we have a little bit of backing. We can't touch our right rock too much. But we can graze it if its shot rock's a little hot.
Bill has such a powerful sweep. It's hard to see him as a skip. He's a very good skip.
Yes.
But he's such a good sweeper.
He is a really good sweeper.
Such a good sweeper.
Great shot from Bykowski over on sheet 1. They threw to the backing as a backup. They did not need it. Bykowski's going to cut Red's lead down to only 1. He takes 2 in the third. We're going to play him back towards the glass.
Have I been that clueless? Has Purcell not had a broom for every one of his shots?
Oh
no
my
one
God.
is no one is holding the broom.
You know what? The fact that this is a draw with Hammer, they know what the target is. They can just say aim for the trash can.
Yeah.
And that way you can make sure that this.
Well, I mean, we do that all the time in mixed doubles.
Yeah.
Because we don't.
That's a
it's
great
either hold the
observation,
broom
though,
or it's sweep the rock. So usually we just find something to aim at. But I
haven't noticed either way. But I imagine it's just because it's the open draw.
Maybe.
They're on the yellow.
They thought.
Oh, they're on the yellow. It's going to be short, but any contact on the yellow would have actually given up a point for them. Oh, they're lucky they got up when they did.
Yes.
Oh, they're so fortunate if they would have swept that
sweeping.
a second and a half sooner.
I mean, I guess, the sweep for the line or the sweep for the weight is more important.
Yeah.
It was just weird. I've never seen a 3-person team not have someone in the house.
I'd like it, though. It's a good strategy.
Has that happened multiple ends? Have we missed that?
I guess we'll find out on this next shot.
We'll have to try and pay attention.
What a clutch.
I'll forget about it.
Sweep up call, though.
Yes.
Like, really, if they waited a second and a half more, they're going to actually give up one of their 2 free points.
Yes, I think so.
So, again, both sides, I think you're happy if you're the Steel team that the Hammer team didn't take the extra. Opening rocks are underway on both sheets. Dennis Miller ups Red Rock on sheet 1. I think they're going to be drawing under this yellow guard. And Kate, you got your answer. We do have a skip in the house on sheet 2 for the 3-person team.
I mean, we do, but
yeah,
during his shots there was no broom holder, so I don't know.
Sheet 1, this rock is a touch wide, a touch heavy. It's going to stick around in the back 12. What does Dave want to do? He's probably going to draw under. Yep. He's going to say, short's okay. Yeah, I was a second late on getting those words out, but short is okay. He's happy to close the 4 foot if that's what happens.
Yeah.
I like the red gloves on the wall sweeper on sheet 1.
Yes.
They pop nicely. As somebody that also wears some bright gear myself. I love those shoes. They're so great.
They're so great.
It's Kate. I had 2 people at Nationals come up to me that I didn't necessarily recognize. I've probably talked to them in the past. But 2 different occasions, on 2 different nights at Nationals, someone came up and was like, hey, you're the guy with the orange shoes. Hey, we had a conversation about them. Hey, I bought the Metcons at your recommendation. The other person was like, hey, you showed me some photos of how you glued some extra fabric to support the heel cup in your shoes. And I was like, I actually have some of that fabric with me. I had it in the backpack because
That's amazing.
I got some team signatures, and I was like, I have some spares. This is yours. And they were like, do you have the photos? And I found the photos. I'm like, here, take some photos of mine.
That's amazing.
Use some shoe goo. You're good to go. But yeah.
Wow.
2 people just knowing me from face and going, oh, you're the orange shoe guy.
You're the guy with the orange shoes.
I'll take that.
I think that's going to be my next big splurge.
It's worth it.
Is my own shoes.
Yeah.
I love my Brooks running sneakers. And I've seen on Craig's website the conversion of a Brooks running shoe, and I'm like, those might have to be the ones.
my biggest fear was like the investment commitment of you're buying the higher price shoes, but then you're also paying a good bit for the conversions.
Right.
And I was worried that I want to get like 100 games out of them because I don't know how long sneakers are going to really last.
Right.
If you're really leaning on the way we do in curling, but I had some friends that got them converted. Dan Tinsel, Deb Martin, Kyle, Jazzy.
Lots of people have them.
They all said, my shoes have held up really well for years. Go for it. So
yeah.
That would be my recommendation to you, though. The heels tend to wear out first.
The heels wear out
first.
If
you would like some black, gray, or orange fabric to glue in the back of those to reinforce it.
All right.
I do the same thing with my shoes for my rowing machine. And I've got I've used those shoes 300 different rows. They're holding up like they're brand new.
Great.
So, yeah.
I'll come to you when I need it.
Absolutely. Do you know what color you're going to go with?
Oh, I don't know, but it's definitely going to be a nice design. The ones that I'm currently wearing have like a marble kind of camo look.
Old Zubaz.
Yes,
camo.
but it's a gray, white, and black. I like these. I bought them as sneakers to see if I like them as sneakers, but I might buy another pair and convert these just because
Looks like you got a brand new gripper on that too.
Well,
It's just in really good shape.
that was because I had to carry the shots out.
Ah,
That was from
very
under the
nice.
couch.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, I'm glad that the club has some spare clean grippers.
Yes.
Let me thank Bill and Sheila Nickel. The previous off season, they took all of our grippers home, put them all in their washing machine. I'm sure it took many rounds.
I'm sure.
And they threw out all the ones that were too far gone, and they labeled all of the others with different colors.
I had no
so
idea
you
that
can quickly
you
recognize.
could wash them in a washing machine.
Me too.
I
Same
am behind
here.
the ball on that one.
Great draw on sheet 1 here. Everybody's been a touch heavy. This one looks great. Nice shot from Mellerup. I think we should. I meant sheet 1. Over on sheet 2, Mike Malarowski, I think, is being asked to throw this double.
Looks like it's a little narrow. Oh, maybe
They're calling him
not.
off.
Maybe just
Oh,
tap
nose
the red.
is fine. Roll under a bit.
Wow.
I like that.
Nice roll.
Yeah.
Right?
I
Take out.
I think you have to attack
priority,
this.
roll, extra.
Yeah. And you have to attack this if you're red.
Yeah.
There's a chance, though, if you only catch a corner of it, though, you're on sheet 2, you would spill out.
I did watch that happen yesterday.
I mean, we've got the lively rocks, too. It doesn't take much.
No.
On sheet 1, Danny Stetsky is being asked to bump this rock off of the button a touch. Practically the pin. It looks really good.
Wow.
It's going to still be red at the end of this. Nope, I'm wrong.
It's
Well,
close.
It is close. I think it is yellow, but yes. It's fun to make that snap decision when you're not really sure, but it's like, I'm going to say something. If I'm right, I'll leave it alone. If I'm wrong, I'll just ask for forgiveness.
It doesn't matter.
Great shot on sheet 2. So yellow had rolled under with Mike's rock under the red, and red said, well, we can't just let that happen. So they did nose it back. They're sitting 2. But by rolling under themselves, they do give Mike a chance for a double here. Little offset nose, more on the center line side should do it. That's going to be on the outside, but they will get the high one. Good shot. Shots underway here on sheet 1. They're kind of throwing a down weight bump on the yellow rock that's on the button. Looks really good.
Ooh, yeah.
They love the inside roll. They're not going to
Good
get it too
angle.
much. Oh, they did.
Beautiful.
Oh, very nice.
Very nice. See?
So
and that's why I went into the thrifty with low expectations.
Yeah, exactly.
Low shots that you're like, okay.
Dave says back house weight here. He knows he's probably not going to get the doubles, but he's going to move the backing away and stay on top of it. So let's see. It is yellow hammer on sheet 1.
It is also yellow hammer.
I'm sorry,
on
it's
sheet.
red. It's red hammer. I think if it was yellow hammer,
Oh.
they'd probably go ahead and just throw big weight at it. But they still like that center guard since they're the steel team, so they're just going to play a lower weight hit, a bump. Mike's rock is underway on sheet 1. That also looks pretty good. It is really down though. It's only back 12 weight. Still a good spot to sit. If I'm
Yeah.
red, I'm going to cover this up.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm a liar. It is their hammer. They have to decide what they want to do. Gotta pay attention eventually here.
That's okay.
Sleep deprivation.
Blame it on the time change and the curling and the...
John Wiedemann's rock is underway on sheet 2. Can we get... Oh, I think they were playing for the wick. Once they knew that it was by, I agree. Might as well try. Red's going to go ahead and close this door, as they should on sheet 2. Back to sheet 1, that is Danny Stetsky. I think you're going to see that lift delivery that you were talking about earlier there, Kate.
Yep, here it goes.
All the way back.
It's amazing.
Very smooth, not even dinging the ice up. Heck, you did pull that. You did push that out a little bit on the release. The call is curl in response. Even if red just takes this back yellow off, it's still pretty helpful. Oh, I like this. It's going to move this yellow a bunch.
Oh.
Still, better than it was.
Yes.
If you're the hammer team, that you can't have that yellow just locked there. You're pretty much agreeing to only take one.
Right.
You still have a bunch of rocks left, so wiggling them around is a good thing.
Breaking them up a little gets
Dave
the ability
says-
to take them out.
Yeah, I mean, Dave's sitting 1 here. he could come nose his shot rock back into that center red, but if he hits it at the wrong angle, he's going to open everything up.
Yeah.
So he's going to draw on top of it. I like this. I like this call.
He is one. The yellow is one.
And that's exactly what I would predict him to call as a backup. Yeah, put it on nose. That way it lines the gun up at your opponent's stone.
Yep.
And if it's short and it just guards your shot rock, that's fine too. Pro side is so important in this sport. I'm a big fan of, before every one of my team shots from any position, I really like someone at the delivery side to say the weight and to say the pro side, just aloud. And we can all pretend that we've been playing this game forever, blah, blah, blah. But if you do that, one time out of 50, you're going to have one of those three players go, oh, I thought this was a draw. And then it's like, oh, okay, well, let's just certify that this is a control weight hit. And, you only get 56 or 64 shots in the average game. So missing one of them just from a lack of communication,
seems silly.
Unacceptable to me. Unacceptable.
Yeah, there was one, I don't know, I think it was a Saturday night. Scott was calling, I believe, a guard.
Okay.
And I was talking about this, and that with the front end, and I play vice. And then I was like, oh, yeah, okay, we're going to throw this in. And then I was like, this wasn't a draw. And as soon as I said this isn't a draw, I was already halfway through my delivery and have already pushed out. And I was like, oh, no. I was like, this is supposed to be a guard. I was like, I hope it's light. And I was like, it's because I didn't say it to myself, but I was in the hack.
Yeah.
Like, you need to throw a guard. And I always say it to myself.
Or saying the pro side of it, right?
Right. I think that was the problem, was I think the pro side was a draw if I was heavy, but I went with the draw instead of the called shot.
So that did run the yellow back a bit. It did bump the red as well, but it's still a better position than it was, right?
Yeah.
Because, you're for the red team, you do have hammer, you don't want any of your opponent's rocks in the top floor. So I don't see a great way to take multiple yet for red, but they keep improving it. Kate, I just saw Chris Springer's notes over here on our Sheet 1B finals feed. Thank you, Chris, for the validation of our volume controls. Much appreciated. And, of course, it was my pleasure to stick around last night. That was just such a fun game, man. I hope that every member of both teams watches, like I said, that Saturday night game that wrapped up after midnight on Sheet 2. Ooh, at least go back and watch, like, the 6th and 7th.
I'm going to have to. I went home for sleep. Good. But I like Chris Springer's suggestion of kazoos.
Yes. That was instead of the bagpipe. Yeah.
I do.
Big rock underway on Sheet 1 for Bykowski.
Very nice.
What did you see on Sheet 2?
Bill had what I think was a through the port take out for red and just rolled right under.
Nice.
The guard now sitting 2, which is good for yellow.
Is it
2? Call?
Definitely. Well, they're sitting 2 at least.
Was the draw the call, I think?
Probably the draw.
You throw enough weight at this. Is this a double?
You're not going to spray the yellows out through the reds on Sheet 1, but you will move them back, and that is opportune, considering that there's only 3 rocks left in the end. You do own the hammer.
It's a very busy house.
Your only other option would be to run your own top 4 red into the crotch of those 2 yellows that are sitting on button.
Sorry.
I thought about that this morning driving over. I was like, is there another term I should generally be using? But yeah.
No, that's it.
The middle?
Where the 2 rocks meet. I'm just immature. It's fine.
Oh yeah. No, we're both punchy. I just choked down 3 very very not commentary worthy jokes in my own head.
I I think it's just the
Ooh.
exhaustion and
That's a really good
the
shot.
punchiness.
I love that shot.
That was very nice, yes. I also love
moving the
commentating
lines.
because I love to watch.
Yes. I love that shot on sheet one. They did lose one of the yellows, which is great for red, and they also pushed one of the yellows back into that pocket of the two reds on the lower right quadrant, which was the expected outcome.
Right.
But it opened up a hole on that lower right side where they can later push that yellow all the way out. So if Blanco was to somehow miss here, red would have an opportunity to run their top 4 rock and get 4?
Yeah.
3?
Yeah,
It'll
depending.
depend, but
We'll see what happens. I believe he's
Yeah.
going for the hit and roll.
he should.
We'll see where it lands.
Right now, I think red is only sitting. Well, yeah, they're only second shot right now.
I did not watch what happened on sheet 2.
I did not. We both are looking over
I'm
there
sorry.
now. We'll watch the last 2 rocks in sheet 1, then we'll cut back over. Both these games are really pacing each other well. It seems like they're starting into the exact same time. It seems like the skip rocks are up at the same time.
It's always good when you're a coordinator trying to figure out, Piper is here.
Yeah.
When are we starting the next game? No roll
No roll.
on that takeout.
Well, I think red's going to probably pop their own red up. That's the shot.
Yeah, I think that's the only way to get multiple here.
Yeah.
Or they could try the hit and
Yeah, you're not really going to get a skinny enough
Can you
angle
roll
on
to the
sheet
other
one.
yellow?
Nah, I mean, you can on TV, but you really want to you don't want to give up a point trying to hit a 16th of a rock. I think they're going to
I think they're going to try that, though.
I don't know that it's there. I mean, it's going to be hard to hit this shallow enough, but not roll all the way out of the house.
The window might be open in the men's
Yeah, I
bathroom
think it is.
because the door
the door is definitely
slamming.
Yes. I don't know if I love this shot. I mean, Dennis is a heck of a skip. Danny's a heck of a vice. So they probably saw something with the way that this is playing on this side.
And
but
again,
I think I would like it.
the years of experience.
Yeah. I guess the only risk. Yeah, that is. You know what? I don't know. I'm trying to think. Is it too risky to run your own top 4 red up? Like, could you accidentally give up 3? You'd have to go really bad for you. But we are going to see a hit and roll
good
under.
shot by Bill Grzybowski. Stick around. Oh, too much.
Here we go. Hammer, sheet 1. We're going to get the roll. Oh, they got the... Okay,
The
they
roll
saw
and the
something
tick.
we didn't
Yeah.
with that finish tick. Hats off to both of them.
That was great.
I like being wrong. It's fun to be wrong. I got a grimace from my team. I'm resting. I'm not doing jumping jacks, Patty. My teammate just saw us with the headsets on. Kate, I think that's a wonderful time for you and I to get a selfie.
Oh,
together.
yay.
I've done...
So
I
many.
have not gotten on the mic enough this year, but last year I tried to find all of my commentary broadcast partner photos and made a little collage, and it was fun.
Oh, so
Maybe
nice.
I'll try to do that again this year. I always enjoy with you on the mic. You're always like ready to put in. You're always like giving back. It's a great trade-off.
Oh, yeah, I can bullshit with the best
Oh,
of
it's
them.
so fun. Well, if you want to commentate the finals,
Yeah.
I will be on the ice, but I would welcome you sitting there.
Yeah, I mean, my other broadcast partner is usually Rick, which
Okay.
he was here this morning early for breakfast, so
Yeah.
I don't blame him for still not being here.
Okay.
He is not playing, so he allowed it yesterday, so I'll see if I can scoop up someone to
That would be awesome. I would love
talk
that.
with. I mean, I'm going to be here anyway, John.
Thank you for all that you do here, Kate. You are here a lot volunteering.
I am here because I like the people that run the spiels,
Yes.
and I like to help the people that run the spiels.
She won. I don't know if going into the 4-foot was necessarily the call, but I learned this from Dean Gemmel's Brush Like a Badass clinic.
Yeah?
That there's only a handful of acceptable positions for a rock to be in. You can, you can throw like the 1, 2, or 3 center line guard on purpose. Then you can finish that 3 guard really tight. You can finish it as a biter on purpose.
Right.
You can finish it top 12 on purpose.
Right.
If it's going to be anywhere otherwise, don't be mid-lane. Just drag that thing in. Try to get on top of the button. Try to be a full forward.
Yeah.
So one thing I sometimes do in leagues when I'm just sweeping and they're maybe a newer back-end player, they're like, I wanted a guard. I'm like, well, it's not. And I'm going to keep sweeping. And they're like, oh, you took that all the way to full forward. Good job. And I'm like, yeah, it's a Dean Gemmel rule.
Yes, it's
This is what I say. I don't know.
I also brush like a badass, so I can drag it all the way to the top four.
I just give so much credit to that particular 90-minute course. If Dean, I'm not sure if he has time to run those these days as the CEO of USA Curling. But
overachiever.
If he gets a chance to run that at your curling club, do attend. I remember rushing off the ice and frantically writing down like 9 bullet points. It made me a better sweeper that day.
Nice.
And I still think back on some of the things I learned. Like, again, this is like 7 years ago, 8 years ago. But yeah, so informative.
I tried the Brush Like a Badass clinic when I was relatively new at curling. And he teaches that closed sweeping.
Yep.
And I tried to do the whole leg kick thing, and I fell and tore my rotator cuff.
Oh my gosh, that was from that.
So yes,
Oh,
so
I
we will
didn't know
not
that.
be doing that.
Oh no.
I now do not sleep on that side of the rock ever because I'm afraid of falling again.
Jeez.
So I'm sure his clinic is great. However,
I don't blame you.
my shoulder has PTSD.
Okay, well, that's very fair. Yes. G1, we got a yellow rock underway. They just kind of come down to this red, push it back a bit. The weight looks really good. Oh, okay. Not quite enough for 2, but you know what? Leaving the backing there when you're the steel team is pretty solid. Bathroom door slamming like crazy next to us.
I'm waiting for one of these screens to fall.
Yeah.
I almost just want to kind of leave it propped open a little.
You could put that old rink rat broom just jammed in the top.
Yeah.
There.
Just so that it...
Yeah. What's that? Yeah. Good game out there.
Yeah.
One of our Sheet 1 players just stepped out briefly, took a look at the screen after coming out of the restroom to see how the game was going.
Yeah.
I do love the screens in curling. Having those on-ice monitors is just money.
It's so funny because I'll go other places and I will turn around and I'm like, nope.
It's killer.
I'm looking at nothing.
See the house. I don't know what I'm looking at.
They don't have that here.
Sheet 1, really good shot. Got the hit. Got a really beautiful roll.
It was actually really nice. We went to Rochester for the one-day Island Spiel.
Yeah.
It was me, Mark Mooney, Scott, and Matt.
Yes.
And they have the on-ice screens.
Okay.
But they have them mounted on one of the poles in the center.
Oh, yes, they do.
And on the wall. So when you are in the hack, like you're in the hack, it's like in front of you.
Okay.
And both of the sweepers can see it because it's like in front of them too. It's kind of like by the hog line.
That's perfect.
And I'm like, it is the perfect like setup. You don't have to turn around and everyone can see it. And I mean, they also have those really cool mirrors, which I have never seen before.
That's the old school technology before TVs.
That was amazing. But they also have the TVs, and I was like, oh my gosh, they have TVs.
Thank
and
you,
not
Mark.
only do they have TVs, but they have the...
That's acceptable, though. It's still better to
Yes, very, very
Sorry,
cool.
we're talking about the bathroom door too much.
Are we getting YouTube comments about our yelling of the bathroom door?
Belcher picked up on it too.
Oh,
very
thank
nice.
you.
Thanks, Ed.
Yes.
Oh,
okay. It won't slam anymore.
Over in Sheet 1, really good shot again by Red. They rotate the yellow out and roll practically on top of the Rockland pin. So it really pressures the yellow team to either accept the situation or cover. So yellow did throw a cover. Red's going to go ahead and peel that off. I think maybe the original shot call was to run the red onto that button, pin rock, but acceptable removal of the guard there.
Pro side.
Yes. For Sheet 2, we've got a pile of guards in the 4-foot. I think a couple people have broken around to be in the top 12, and the other team takes them back off. Yeah, I like the draw here. I like the side that Bill is choosing to come from.
Yep.
He says that my plan B could be to move one of those guards. I think it'd be hard, but then again, you're only trying to outcount a biter. You don't need too much there. Mike Malarowski's...
A full 12 would be fine.
Yeah, Mike Malarowski's rock is underway here. Let it die is the call.
Whoa.
Are we going for the bump?
Oh.
You know what? That's fine.
Whoa.
That's great.
Oh,
Yep,
down.
gotta finish it. I like the finish. Great shot, Mike.
Yes. Very nice.
Well swept too. Good weight call from the sweepers.
Mhm.
Good line reading from Bill. Backline weight is the call on sheet 2 as they're going to chase this rock that went to the back 4. Over on sheet 1, it looks like red has the situation that they were waiting for. This is not easy though on sheet 1. I think they're going to try to make the yellow hit here. I think that top yellow is going to stick around there.
I am eager to see this shot.
Yeah, it's hard to make it perfect. This will work.
It's not bad.
No, I mean that top yellow they made contact with was always going to stick around.
Right.
If you wanted to make your main shot, but it's a better situation than you had by far. Bukowski in response is going to call for the double here. He's happy to just get the one in the top 8 on sheet 1, the red rock on the right side. You'd love the double. Maybe it's a touch precarious with taking out your own yellow, but the sweepers are going to change sides here. Everybody's got that better side. Looks like we had a flash on sheet 2 with the chase.
Something happened. Weedman now drawing in.
Oh, it's going to bring another one in. I like it.
Yes. Hard.
Guard's fine.
Pro side guard.
Yeah, I mean, it's your hammer. You can come back later and put this anywhere right now. If I'm red, if you're red, Kate, are you going to chase this, or are you just going to come the other way with the rest of your rocks?
I would just draw the other side.
Just come around?
Yeah, that's what I would do.
So they did. What happened there? Oh, it overcurled and chipped the red in. Oh, that's the worst miss on sheet. Actually, the only worst miss would be to take your own yellow off. So, second worst miss though.
That's fair.
Yeah. So this is a good example of, your first couple rocks, if you're the hammer team, aren't perfect, but you keep moving your opponent to the back of the house on sheet 1. And now red's finally in a position after a couple times bumping things around where, you know what, it's starting to look a little precarious if you're yellow. Red's sitting a bunch in the house. So if Danny Sketsky is able to make this shot, oh my goodness, what a double on sheet 2. Raised double.
Angled double.
Great shot from Danny Stetsky there on sheet 1. What a roll, frozen on top.
Both sheets. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, both of those hits were great.
What a time to fix my hair.
Dave has got a chance for a cheeky triple here on sheet 1.
A cheeky triple.
You hit this thing, you hit about a quarter of the high one, and it should give you some cool angles to maybe take all 3 off. It was a long raise yellow, yeah. On sheet 2. So big rock for Mike on sheet 1. Again, the triple has a chance here. I mean, the likely outcome is just the single and a jam.
Oh, now they're...
And it's going to get to nose and probably just single jam. But...
Sweep the rock!
Oh, tough to come short there on sheet 2.
Little bit.
But plenty of rocks left. You can bump that later.
Yeah. Well, that's what we said about the last one.
Yes, that is true. That was well buried, and they made a very long raise. So now... it looks like the script is flipped again on sheet 1. So red was sitting with a great stack from the Danny Stetsky roll into a nose freeze after the hit. Mike was able to throw the yellow 6, I think it was. Got the nose. But now yellow's in a kind of a power position there at the top of the house. So I think what red's going to do here in sheet 1 is just cover, try to protect their 2 rocks, maybe throw a third if everything works out for them with hammer. But first you got to set this guard, because if you don't set this guard, yellow's going to smash. Weight's good is the call on sheet 1 from the sweepers.
Looks like just a curl sweep on that one.
sometimes.
Yep.
So that guard didn't quite cover over on sheet 1, much to Red's chagrin. Heck of an effort from Festerly, carving that over. But Byko is going to have a look here as a steel team with the yellow 7. And really any contact on this rock is good contact to take one of the Reds off. I think we're going to see another jam, though, on sheet 1. But it will we'll shrink it a bit. Good shot on sheet 2. It's only half buried. It kind of tempts you to chase it. Kate, if you throw enough weight here on sheet 2.
Could you get both?
Well, you know, you could. But if you throw enough weight, you guarantee at least getting one, depending on where you hit your own stone. Oh, that's a big miss on sheet 1. I mean, it's a pro side miss. You did take the guard off. You forced him to set it again, but you did have a look at it just now. So
yeah.
Red has a big exhale over on sheet 1, and Dennis is going to get a shot with his red 7 to actually set this guard fully burying his 2 rocks. Bill Grzybowski on sheet 2 with the yellow 7 for the Hammer team. Seems like we got the weight that we wanted. Kate was asking, is there a double here? I think I agree with her. I think it's possible.
No,
we're going to see it.
That way?
Oh, no, it's the one way they can't. Oh, that was the only time on the clock face that they couldn't hit that rock. Tough bet, though, because they kind of get 50-50, right? You'd want a touch left or a touch right. They really need to set this guard here on sheet 1, Kate.
Yeah.
They lucked out
Would
last
be
time
helpful.
and only got half of it. Is this one going to overcurl? Touch.
Maybe a little.
So Byko's going to get about, you can see that about the same amount, but from a different side. So this is going to be a pretty big rock here in sheet 1. If Byko's able to make contact with his frozen yellow in the 8-foot, he should at least remove 1 red rock. He's probably then going to spill the shooter.
Definitely needs to get one of. Sorry.
But if this hits the gut, the other nice thing for Byko coming this way now is if he's wide, he can still catch the back one.
Yeah, I agree. Getting rid of
either of those rocks is great.
Some of the red would be great because I don't know who is second shot. I think it's red.
I think it's red.
So just to kind of keep you.
So sheet 2 looks like red has opted to guard. I like that call. They're sitting 2. They're trying to steal. They've got a lead. Tough shot coming up here with Hammer. You see Mike briefly take his hat off and scratch his head a bit. Probably out of an actual itch more than confusion, but if you're looking down the ice, you're wondering how the heck is my team going to get in here?
I mean...
Yeah, bit of confusion too, I think.
I think I just try the draw, and if I'm narrow, knock that yellow back.
Yeah.
From the 4-foot line.
I mean, the other option is to try to throw weight and get one of those 2 reds out and just concede 1, keep the game close. But I don't like doing that in general, so I'd probably throw this port too. Big weight coming from Byko here on sheet 1.
I heard it.
Yeah, I heard it too.
Wasn't watching, I just heard him.
He's throwing big weight because he just, if he touches his yellow at all, it's great.
Oh, no.
That's fine. Good shot.
Yes.
Don't kick it off yet. There's still a rock. Still a rock.
I don't think there is.
Oh, wrong. I'm wrong.
I'm like, I don't know. They're all kicking rocks.
I was playing that whole end as though it was a red hammer.
Well, whoops. It's all right. I wonder how many people caught on. Probably not.
Bill Grzybowski with the hammer underway. Good check.
No, nobody said anything. Here comes the draw. Keep sweeping.
Oh, man, and they almost were able to get a cut down stone. That's tough.
That's terrible.
So Red's going to steal 2 over on sheet 2. It's going to give him a 6-point lead after 5. These are untimed games in our finals.
Yes. Another reason why I think it might start a little bit later than
Yes.
2:30.
I agree.
Though I am surprised, Scott, when he was writing up the rules, he's like, extra end for every tie. It doesn't matter, event final,
Yeah.
first game, second game, doesn't matter. And I was like, you really play an extra end every game? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, how do you stay on time?
Yeah, I wonder how many times I played out,
Yeah, I don't think it happened often. The ones that I did see were because people were playing, they were already playing 7 because they were playing slow, so the extra end was just 8. I didn't really see 9. Then again, I wasn't really paying attention to the ice. Running around, making food, serving food, tending bar, cleaning up cups.
Oh, yeah. Probably helping with
There's
ice.
not a lot of watching of the games when you run this wheel, but...
We've got the opening of the 6th end in both of our sheets here.
Oh boy. I'd really like to stop yawning at some point today.
I don't remember what I was wearing a suit for in this photo here, but look at that.
That's you?
It is.
No.
Yeah.
Wow. Fancy occasion. Nice easy takeout on sheet 1. Get rid of the yellow rollover.
Keeping it clean, maintain that lead.
Yep. Until you miss. And then it looks like the other house. That we saw not too long ago. I don't know what the call was on. Sheet 2 was probably a throw through. Now that I'm like, why is that rock going so fast? I believe they threw it through. As a lead, I love those calls. It's like,
Put it through.
put it through. I'm like,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
But thank.
And Kate, you're somebody I would not worry about who's going to just like throw. I'll throw backline plus. Like, no.
No.
Throw peel if you're throwing that
No.
rock away.
Oh my! I threw peel for the first time the other day.
Yeah?
Oh my! It was terrifying.
I'll give you a case in point. Tuesday night, I was playing against a team skipped by John Wiedemann. He was throwing one of his skip rocks.
Yes.
He was throwing back 8 weight. His rock ran over a thread, came to a full stop 10 feet before the hog line. So 30. I actually watched a rock stop 35 feet short, and I raced out because I was like, "What could possibly?" I've never seen a rock with back house weight just stop dead in the span of like 3 feet.
Wow.
Just done, stopped.
That's
And,
amazing.
Yeah, it had maybe a 1.5 inch thread that had balled up 3 times on itself, and we must have found exactly the right angle to face that thing full.
That's nuts.
Yeah, crazy. One of the
Wow.
craziest picks I've seen. But if you had thrown hack weight with that throw through, that thing would have been a guard. You would have been like,
Right.
oh no. But peel, no, you would have
Yeah.
been fine.
Yeah,
You'd still be control after picking. Busy house on sheet 1. The hammer team saying, you know what, we got a lead. If you're not going to attack my stones, I'm going to keep piling them in.
Obviously.
I don't mind that strategy. Stick to one or the other. Don't put one rock in and a bunch of guards, or don't play fully clean. But
Seems like yellow is a little short.
that works for him, though. That's
Yes.
not a bad rock. Was Red going to want to attack this? Dennis takes.
Yes.
Yeah, there's
Looks-
no delay on this.
Looks like this.
Yeah. Danny agrees. Let's hit it. You got plenty of room here. And if you jam in the back, or if you take one of your own reds out, as long as the yellow goes with it, you don't care. The curious thing is, would red even like the center guard? If they just nose this here, Kate, on sheet 1, do they like the center guard? I guess they kind of do.
Both of the reds
They're going
are
hard
kind
steel.
of in the draw path.
Yeah.
So even if they have a center guard, it's still going to be a hard shot to the button with the other 2 reds that are in the house blocking the draw. So I don't mind it. Maybe if they hit a little and roll into the 12-foot.
On sheet 2, we're going to accidentally take a red off. No, it's fine. true. Good oral hygiene from Patty Coburn as he prepares for our final
The
here.
A-event final.
You know what? I had some chicken
Just
wings.
to spoil it
Yeah, I'm
with
gonna
the
go.
drambuie.
Yeah, that's true. That'll be a wonderful flavor to go.
It's very sugary.
I'm probably gonna floss before this game. Actually, I should get a little bit more food because it's right around that time. Oh no, I guess we have some ends
It's
left,
the
don't we?
6th then.
Yeah.
I mean,
It seems like a good time for me to grab something.
I
I'm gonna
think
take
you
our
go
trash,
get it.
and I'm gonna return.
And I'll be here. That way you could eat and not be, full. I can't play on a full stomach. I don't know about anybody else, but. While John is gone, I'm going to put my feet up. Because, Spio weekends. Red look like they're sitting 1, maybe 2 on sheet 1. I don't know. John says the cameras are as good as they can be, but I don't like calling who's sitting what from a camera view. They're at least 1, we'll say that. Still an open house on sheet 2. Waiting to see what John Wiedemann does with his rock. He's going to take out a yellow. But now I think actually yellow might be sitting. See, can't decide. Seems as though Team Purcell's going to get rid of this guard. Try and keep everything open. Nothing to hide behind on sheet 2. Sheet 1, yellow pushes the red in for shot. Not sure what the call was there. It's hard to do this with one person. You gotta watch both screens. You definitely miss something because now they're almost throwing at the exact same time, and I'm doing my best. Love that delivery. Good takeout on sheet 1 by Danny. Good sweep, Mike. Way to have that yellow rock count. Seems as though Team Purcell is going to obviously trying to take it out. Bill's going to try and draw down, I believe, under the cover of the guard. with his first hammer shot on sheet 2. Sheet 1 looks like they're trying to take out that yellow that just sat on the back 8 red. Do they have the angle? I think they do. Boop. Beautiful. Didn't even touch that red rock. Oh, amazing. What a shot. You're yellow, what do you do? You just try, I don't know, they have hammer. They could try to draw behind that red in the top 4. Just so they have a little cover, maybe. Or do you put this top 4 and block red from getting a second stone? Who knows? Looks like Bill's shot's a tad light for a draw. Is it light? Or do the sweepers just get to sweep more? Question I ask myself all the time. See what happens with this sheet 2 game. I'm not sure how much longer they will play. I mean, the finals are untimed, so you get all 8 ends, and they can choose to play all 8. He must be going for the bump on the back red, because I thought that was heavy for a draw. Is that shot? Again, one of those ones that are too close for me to call. However, it does make that side yellow be the second if they get out. The one that's sitting in the back 4. I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that. Again, I don't know what the call was, so maybe it was supposed to be a draw. It was a little heavy. We'll see. I believe this is the last red shot for Mel Rupp. Trying to take out that yellow again like he just did, and successfully will do it again. So red sitting 1 on sheet 1 and also on sheet 2. Bill has his very last shot. Looks a little light again. Sweep! Sweep! Oh, just a little short. And there are handshakes on sheet 2. So I believe that's the C event. Would be good if I knew what I was announcing. Yes, C event finals on sheet 2 are now finished with Team Purcell as the winner. Congratulations to all with hardware. And Drambuie on a Sunday is never bad. Still on sheet 1. The yellow, I think they were hoping to stick around for shot, but 1 red, letting Team Melrup up 7-3 after 6 ends. Still have 2 more to go, and it is only 2 o'clock. Definitely not going to get those A and D event finals on the ice before 2:30, maybe 2:30. I'm thinking more like 2:45. Well, thanks all for watching the C event final game. I'm going to turn that stream off.